Hi guys, this is Roland Webb with the Ordinary Investor, welcoming you to another Wealthy Wednesday. So the question today is, do you make enough to be a millionaire? Do you make enough to be a millionaire? Well, the short of that answer is, sure you do. You can get started at any time, change your mindset to being a millionaire, and then what you'll do is your subconscious will start to take over and guide you in that path towards millionairedom. Okay, it's really just that simple. You got to put it in your mind that you can do it. But there are a few things that you can just realize along the way. One, how much money do you make over your lifetime, and what are you doing with that money? So, if you make $3,000 per month over the course of 30 years, you will have accumulated over $1 million just with $3,000 a month. Now, how much does that equate to? It's roughly $36,000 a year. And over the course of 30 years, you will have had over $1 million that you had access to or that you earned. Now, a lot of that money is going to go towards the government, of course, but we all know that's a fact of life and we have to deal with that. Now, what are some of the things that we need to do if we want to maybe do some investments? Okay, so again, if you're making $36,000 a year, you will make over a 30-year period of work over $1 million. So let's start there. Now, next, what if you want to invest? So I have some examples for you that we're going to go through, and I'm going to spit some numbers at you. So make sure you pay close attention to the numbers, and I'll be checking just to make sure I'm giving you the right numbers as well. So I have a scenario for you at the age. We're going to do a 30-year age and a 40-year age, and how much will you need to invest to have a millionaire bank account by the time you retire. So let me just quickly look here because I want to give you the right numbers. So if you invest at a 10% average rate of return, okay, and you start at the age of 30, you will need to invest $3,350 per year to have a $1 million bank account by the time you reach 65. How much is that on a monthly basis? That's roughly $280 per month. Close to $300, but $280 per month. So if you invest and you're able to get a 10% rate of return on average, that will allow you to have $1 million by the time you get to age 65. Now let's bump it up to age 40. So if you're at age 40, how much will you need to invest on a yearly basis to have $1 million retirement account by the time you reach 65? Again, at 10% rate of return, you're going to need to invest $9,200 a year. $9,200 a year if you are age 40. Now, what is that on a monthly basis? That is roughly $767 per month that you need to set aside every month if you're 40 years old to have a $1 million bank account by the time you reach age 65. So that's a big difference. If we look at that difference there, that's almost 3 times the amount that you will need to set aside on a monthly basis from age 30 to 40 at approximately the same interest rate. But that time is the big deal there. At age 30, if you start doing this, it's going to be $280 a month. At age 40, if you start doing this, start saving for retirement, it goes up to $767. It's a big difference there. So time is a big factor in accumulating wealth, again, through investing on a consistent basis. And if you're younger than 30 when you get started, of course, that number will be lower. And if you're older than 40 when you get started, of course, your number is going to be higher. But those are just some examples to let you know that, hey, it doesn't take a whole lot sometimes to get that $1 million bank account. And if you're young and you're making more money, you can maybe invest more money and maybe have a higher rate of return. Again, this is an assumption that there's a 10% rate of return. Let me just be clear. These are estimations. There's no guarantee on what the stock market is going to do in the future. This is just an estimate. Okay. All right. So now we got all those numbers out the way. Let me just go ahead and start by saying there are 1,000 ways that you can accumulate $1 million. Okay. You may want to start building a business where you take advantage of the tax savings and put yourself in a different tax bracket or be taxed a little bit differently, you can start acquiring and accumulating assets, whether that is real estate. You may manage your money very well. Here at the Ordinary Investor, we're trying to teach you how to manage your money and how to teach you to put a plan together to gain wealth. Or you can maybe get some skills. You can do buy and hold in the stock market, or there's some other things that you may be able to do in the stock market that can maybe increase your rates of return in there if you know what you're doing. That's one of the things that I'll be teaching. That's another discussion for another day, because that can get really complicated. And it took me a long time and a lot of knowledge and time to learn some of those skills. But if you learn those money skills, they can pay off in a big way in the stock market, aside from buy and hold. But buy and hold can be good too. It's all dependent on your preference. Okay. And lastly, I want to go ahead and say that there is, you have to plan your wealth. Anna Maria Lacerti, who is a financial literacy professor at George Washington University, that's where I got my graduate school degree, there did a paper. And in one of her papers, she stated that people who plan their wealth are able to accumulate 3 times the amount of people that don't plan their wealth. I think that's an amazing amount of money, and that's or assets or whatever. And that's what we do here at the Ordinary Investor. We help you put a plan together so you can accumulate wealth, or so you can be comfortable, so you don't have money worries. That's the goal of what we're trying to do here. So, join me at the Ordinary Investor. My name is Roland Webb, and that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to help you to reach your millionaire status, not worry about money, and be happy, and not have to worry about money, and plan your future out. Make a good, have a good future for your future self, because you did some things right in the future, or I'm sorry, in the present. There's no perfect way to do this, guys. There's no perfect way to do it. However, you can get started and you can plan. Now, with that being said, I actually have this book here, Starting in Stocks, which I produced just for the people who are interested in planning their way to wealth. There's a lot of forms in there that will help you. This book will last you for about a year. Okay, Starting in Stocks is available on Amazon. And I'm also going to have some programming coming in the near future to help you guys out, because my goal is to help you achieve wealth. So go ahead and get that book. Start planning your wealth. Start planning your path, and plan what you're going to do with your money, and manage your money well. And I'm telling you, your future is going to be so bright. And once you start getting the ball rolling, it's just an exponential a wave of things that come. And again, you got to get your mind right, because your subconscious will take over for you if you're motivated. Your mind will start to figure out ways to do things. Okay. Well, this is Roland Webb with the Ordinary Investor. Thanks for hanging out with me again for another Wealthy Wednesday. Do you make enough money to become a millionaire? Of course you do. And you have all the tools to do that if that's what you so choose to do. You have it. Your mind is a powerful thing. Utilize it, and you'll be well on your way. If you need help, I'm here. Roland Webb at the Ordinary Investor. Take care. Have a good one.